Welcome to Women on Purpose. I'm Jo, and I'm really glad you're here. Let me paint you a picture. I once had a neighbor who used to wave at my husband but completely ignore me, like I was an accessory to the lawnmower or something. Another time, I was at a family dinner, and every time I started a story, someone cut in with their own. I laughed, I let it slide, and later that night, I stood in my bathroom and thought, why do I feel so small? As I talk, let's watch Emma as she takes a journey to visit her grandma. I have used the style of Vincent van Gogh to illustrate her adventure. Here's the thing. Respect doesn't always look like a big dramatic moment. Sometimes it's subtle, like someone listening, actually listening, when you talk about your day, or not making you explain why you're tired, or why you're not in the mood to babysit, or why your house isn't Pinterest perfect. Sometimes respect is someone handing you the last slice of pie without making it a joke about your thighs. And sometimes it's you deciding you don't need to be everything to everyone just to be seen. This video is all about that. We're not here to get everyone to like us or to shout louder than the world. We're here to build a kind of steady, solid respect that starts from within and radiates outward. This is for women who are tired of shrinking, tired of being overlooked and ready to show up fully. Mess and all. You don't need to be perfect.
Does respect
You don't need
really
to have it
mean?
all figured out. But
why
you do
it's not just
deserve
one
to be
thing.
respected. Respect isn't
Let's talk
one
about
size
how.
fits all. It comes in
What?
flavors. There's the obvious kind, like not interrupting you when you're talking, or taking your opinion seriously even if you're not quoting Harvard studies while folding laundry. But then there's the kind of respect that's deeper. People trusting your instincts, believing your experiences, and not needing you to prove yourself every time. There's emotional respect when someone doesn't mock your feelings or act like you're too sensitive. There's physical respect, like giving you space, asking before touching you, or not commenting on your body like it's public property. There's time respect, people showing up when they say they will, or not expecting you to drop everything because their life is more important. And there's energy respect, those who know you're tired and don't push you to overextend. Respect is when your no doesn't need an essay. Respect is not treating you like a backup plan or a babysitter or a free therapist. It's being seen as whole, valuable, and worthy, even when you're not doing, fixing, giving, or sacrificing. And the most important kind? Self-respect. Because when you respect yourself, your standards shift. You stop chasing crumbs. You start saying things like, actually, that doesn't work for me, and walking away from people who think that's a problem. Speak with confidence, even if you're wearing pajama pants at the grocery store. You don't need to have a TED Talk voice to be confident. You don't need to be dramatic or loud or polished. You just need to say what you mean without shrinking. And I get it. Sometimes it's easier to just smile and nod, especially when you're tired or overwhelmed, or wearing fuzzy socks and talking to someone who acts like your brain fell out after you had kids. But here's the truth. People take your tone seriously when you do. Confidence sounds like, I'm not comfortable with that, or thanks, but no, or my personal favorite, I said what I said. That's not rudeness. That's clarity. And the more you use your voice, even when it's shaking, even when your heart's doing gymnastics, the easier it becomes. I used to explain every little thing. I can't make it because I have to run errands and I'm behind on laundry and... No. Sorry, I won't be able to come. Full stop. You're not bossy for setting a limit. You're not cold for being direct. You're just done dancing around your own boundaries like they're optional. Set boundaries like you mean it, even if it feels awkward at first. Setting boundaries isn't about being tough or cold. It's about deciding where your peace lives and building a little fence around it. I remember the first time I told someone I didn't want to talk about a certain subject anymore. I was shaking. My voice cracked. But afterward, I felt like I'd grown wings. Boundaries look different for everyone. Maybe it's not answering texts after 9 p.m. Maybe it's not talking politics at Sunday dinner. Maybe it's saying, I don't lend money to friends. It's not about being rigid. It's about not abandoning yourself just to keep the peace. Here's the tricky part. Some people will not like your boundaries, especially if they benefited from you not having any. That's okay. Let them adjust. Or not. What matters is that you are no longer sacrificing your sanity to keep others comfortable. Boundaries are self-love in action. Respect starts at home, aka stop being mean to yourself. I used to talk to myself in a way I wouldn't dream of talking to a friend. You look awful today. Why can't you get it together? Everyone else is doing better. That inner voice, it teaches others how to treat you. If you're constantly downplaying yourself, brushing off compliments, or apologizing for your existence, you're setting the tone for how others see you. It took me a while, but I started changing the script. Now, when I catch myself being mean in the mirror, I pause and say something nice, even if it feels cheesy. I thank my legs for carrying me. I forgive myself when I burn the toast. I celebrate small wins like remembering to drink water or saying no to something that drained me. Respecting yourself isn't some huge event. It's in the little choices. Standing tall, resting when you're tired, eating food that fuels you instead of punishing you, speaking up instead of staying quiet to avoid drama. When you start treating yourself like someone worth showing up for, the rest of the world gets the memo. 5. Respect other women. Out loud, and watch the magic happen. You know what's cool? Being the woman who claps when another woman wins. You know what's powerful? Saying, "You're doing amazing," to the mom who looks like she's about to cry in the frozen food aisle. I once saw a woman gently redirect a loud man at a barbecue, just so her friend could finish a story. That's queen behavior. Let's stop acting like there's only room for one of us at the top. Respecting other women means not gossiping about her when she leaves the room. It means not rolling your eyes when she tries something new. It means cheering for her even when you're having a hard day. And you know what else? When you respect other women out loud, you start attracting that energy back. You build community instead of competition. You get to live in a world that feels more like sisterhood than survival mode. That's the kind of power that doesn't need approval. It just grows. 6. Respect. Looks different in different places, so adjust your radar. Respect isn't just about big life moments. It shows up in the grocery store, in your relationship, in the way your kids watch how you handle frustration. It's the friend who doesn't judge you for skipping the gym. The partner who asks what you need instead of assuming. The stranger who says, "Excuse me," instead of barreling past you with their cart. It's also knowing when respect is missing. When someone keeps dismissing your feelings. When your time is treated like it's disposable. When your yes is expected and your no gets punished. Sometimes you won't get the respect you deserve. And that's when you have to decide what you're going to do with that information. Stay and shrink, or step back and reclaim your space. Life gives you clues. Your body gives you clues. Listen, you're already enough. Respect doesn't require perfection. You don't need a new wardrobe, a 6-figure job, or 10,000 followers to be worthy of respect. You don't need to fix all your flaws, be endlessly polite, or prove anything. You're already enough. You're already worthy. Right here, right now, in your slippers and your third-day hair. Respect isn't something you chase. It's something you choose. In how you speak, in how you show up, in what you allow and what you no longer do. So take up space. Use your voice. Say no. Say yes to what fills you up. Walk away when it's time. Hold the door open for other women. And most of all, hold the door open for yourself. Thank you so much for watching. Truly, it means the world to me. I hope this gave you something to think about, something to smile about. Or maybe both. Don't forget to like, subscribe, and share this with a woman who could use a little lift today. And hey, drop a comment below because I'd really love to hear your story.